Okay.
It's just so stereotypical.
You chose for yourself in your real life a weird fake name.
My chosen family did.
Chosen family as in what? Your non-binary friends that your actual family probably rejects for good reason. They reject they, them pronouns.
But it's so insulting to the actual gay and lesbian people, and probably some trans people as well, whose family disown them and cast them out, that she's like cosplaying that.
I know. I'm so surprised that she has financial issues.
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gays, where we take on insanity. I'm Brad, here with Clarkson.
What's up, guys? Now, before we get started, I have no idea what we're talking about, but we're doing a members-only video this week where we react to your voicemails and your confessions. So I'm excited for that, because the last time we did it, y'all said some crazy shit.
Literally.
Yeah, like actually shit.
PTSD. And then we're gonna, this Sunday for our members-only video, we're going to do the non-binary TikTok beggar that just joined forces with Leanna. We were supposed to do it last week, but we had some technical difficulties. Anyway, that's also why we didn't do member comments last week.
We're running a great operation here.
It's going amazing, but we will this week. And we're going to start out with actually some amazing content, truly. Caleb Hammer reaction video to the most insufferable queer girl you will have ever heard speak in your life.
I just know that Brad wet his pants when Caleb Hammer had an episode that could directly hit our niche on Normal Gays, so we could talk about it, because Brad is obsessed with
love Caleb Hammer. That's the only YouTube membership I actually pay for.
Oh, you have one still?
And I use it, actually. It's the second best one on YouTube after us. No, to be honest, it's way better. You get way more, but
he's giggling at Caleb Hammer like all the time. Like I'll just hear him in the other room.
And then I always, Mr. Producer does not care about it, but I always tell him about, Caleb had this dumb socialist bitch on today, and she was saying this and this and this, and he's like, yes, babe, that's so interesting.
I still have never watched a full Caleb Hammer video.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't. Even if we went on, you wouldn't watch it.
No, I would if I was on.
If he was on.
All right, well, let's watch and tell us what you notice about her.
Doomsday. I'm 25. I'm from South Dakota, and this is Financial Audit. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
It's just so stereotypical.
She already looks like that. It's like nature is signaling the poison.
There's an intersection between people who like want to operate on the outskirts of society, so they reject all social norms, like looking normal, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, but it's not helping her case.
But you can just already tell she's the most annoying person ever.
I can tell her political beliefs by her hair.
The fake name, they give fake names, but they gave her the name Doomsday.
Oh, they give fake names?
Yeah, that's not her real name.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like...
But they picked a weird name for a reason, as they will explain. Anyway.
You've never seen Disney Channel?
That was Disney.
Well, I don't know if the Mickey Mouse will be thrilled to be referenced.
Doomsday's a weird fake name, but we gave you a weird fake name because you chose for yourself in your real life a weird fake name.
Chosen for me, but...
Your parents named you that?
My chosen family did.
Not her saying chosen family, unironically, gave her name?
Chosen family as in what? Like
friends.
Like your non-binary friends that your actual family probably rejects for good reason. So then you call the crazy non-binary people that you surround yourself with as your chosen family.
She just means her Starbucks coworkers.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the chosen family thing if like your family rejects you for being gay.
Which is what you think happened to her?
No.
Why not?
Because this girl is clearly just a straight girl looking for attention. Or maybe she's bi. I don't know. But
all right, let's keep going.
It's
Who'd
cool.
you choose to be a family?
Whoa.
What's
in the
that?
queer community, yeah, you don't always get to maintain your most close relatives, your blood relatives. So
did they dismiss you?
No.
I was right. I was right. Of course. Because the thing is, they just steal from actual oppressed gay people and appropriate gay lives and gay trauma just so they can dye their hair blue and go on a podcast and pretend like they're oppressed.
So diabolical to say, well, in the queer community, we have to have chosen family because our family rejects us. Did they reject you? No.
What did they reject? Your pronouns? That's probably it.
Oh my God.
They reject they, them pronouns.
But it's so insulting to the actual gay and lesbian people, and probably some trans people as well, whose family disown them and cast them out, that she's like cosplaying that.
I know. I'm so surprised that she has financial issues.
No.
I'm so surprised that she's on the
Least
show.
surprising twist ever.
Mhm.
And I'm sure none of them are her fault. By the way, I didn't clip this, but of course she's like a hardcore socialist.
Oh,
but
you didn't put that in?
No, but she
Oh.
has no idea what it is and can't name any country she wants to
Yeah.
replicate or any basic facts. She's
Not
like,
shocked.
she does this point where she's like, the government needs to help people and give people smartphones and Wi-Fi because they don't have it and they can't exist. And he looks it up and he's like, 98% of America has smartphones, 99% has Wi-Fi access. They're like super high percentages. It's total
The
non-issue.
library is free, right?
Yes, and
You can go to the library and get Wi-Fi. The government already does that.
sure. It's like people aren't struggling. I bet most of the 2% that doesn't have it doesn't want it at this point.
Or
Like-
is probably just homeless.
It's like when they
and
say
doesn't
like,
have a Wi-Fi modem. But now we have 5G, so homeless people have no excuse.
so who do you think's going to win the World Cup?
Argentina.
Wait, I'm amazed you know a team in the World Cup.
I mean, I know Argentina because of the flag in Clarkistan.
Oh my
It's the same one.
I was hoping you would say Italy.
Oh, because
Is Italy in it?
No.
they didn't even qualify.
Oh,
That's
you have
the
to
joke.
qualify? I thought everybody got in.
Nope.
There's
Oh.
only so many.
USA! USA!
Anyway, if you guys have a little bit more of a clue than Clarkson, let us know who you think will be winning the World Cup and check out the odds on Kalshi. According to our channel partners over there, France have a 33% chance of winning. Argentina have a 17.6% chance. And then England, Portugal, and if you go down far enough, also Spain is in there. And then if you go down far enough, USA is still alive, though by the time people see this, that may have changed. Regardless, guys, if you want to check out Kalshi, it's the best place to follow the World Cup. I've been enjoying following all the matches. Go ahead and download the app and use code BRADP when you sign up, or click the link down below, and you'll get $20 free to trade when you trade $20 today. Now back to the show. They say kids are starving, but Taylor Swift is a billionaire. Show me the starving child in America. Because I see the opposite. I see the anti-starving.
Well, there
on
are
every street
starving
corner.
children in America.
Very few. Very few.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying there are zero.
I wouldn't say I would say there's malnourished children in
But
America.
malnourished could be from eating too much.
Yes. Yeah. It could be too much, or just parents who are struggling and can't afford maybe, or skip a lunch, or do a very small lunch. But
But they
They
have
aren't
free
starving.
school lunch. They have food stamps. They have.
Yeah. We America's pretty good on that front, I'd say.
It's. I'm not saying it's no issue, but they act like it's a rampant issue that kids are starving, and it's like everywhere I go, I just see 200-pound 12-year-olds.
I mean, I would say there's kids who are skipping breakfast and it affects their learning because their parents are either neglecting them or they can't afford it.
But
and
it's
they're
not because
choosing-
their parents can't get free breakfast.
No,
stuff.
it's
It might be because their parents are
neglecting it. Correct.
selling their food stamps.
Maybe that.
Right?
Yeah.
It might be because of that.
It's very. I wouldn't say it's.
Sorry, total detour.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's easy to get food stamps, but it's not
not
that-
hard.
It's not that hard.
Anyway, let's keep listening to our friend here.
And I fully support food stamps. By the way,
well,
I do.
I don't think there shouldn't be anything, but I'm not sure. I don't support how the system works now. Anyway, let's listen to Miss Blue.
No.
Well, it sounds like you maintain them.
I do not speak with my parents.
You chose. They did not choose.
Their decisions have made our relationship what it is today.
What did they choose?
They chose extremism over their child.
Doubt.
What, they voted for Trump?
It's literally. I'm sure it's just some like that.
Oh my God. There's people that are dying. Blue-haired bitch. Like that. We need to put the Kim
But I
meme.
find it really bad when people like I don't have any relationship with my father, right? And I wish I had a meaningful parental relationship. It's not because of who I voted for.
That's what I'm saying. It's there's people who are actually losing their parents because of real and you're just
You're just
voted for Trump.
choosing because your feelings are hurt or something.
Extremism. Like what? Not believing in they them?
Why are you assuming this is a they them? We don't know that.
Tell me she doesn't have a they and pronoun in her bio.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Can
We'll
we
come
find
to that.
her?
It will.
Okay.
That the truth will all
So
be
far,
revealed.
I am 1 for 1 in my predictions. So
Well, no, you're. Yeah, well, now you're 2 for 2.
2 for
because
2. Oh,
she
was that
is
right?
yeah,
She said they them?
Correct.
I am a god.
All right. It's
I
not
am
that. This is
prophet.
hard.
All right. Well, let me feel good about myself. Okay.
All right. Let's keep going.
Okay, says the blue hair. Got it. Okay, which usually qualifies
love
towards
Caleb.
more extreme people. Usually, what's their extremism?
Their extremes are just not very minority inclusive, despite what they might say. Their actions say otherwise.
What's their actions that are so extreme? They kill minorities?
They're not helping them.
Well, not helping's extreme? But what's helping?
We've had extended conversations about what politics looks like in the world, and when they discuss it, the things that they say or choose not to say are pretty detrimental, yeah.
Write that sentence down on paper and read it aloud and tell me it makes any sense. When we have extended conversations and we talk about things that they say and that they don't say have detrimental effects. What? That doesn't make any sense.
But also she's like, they're not very...
She cut them off for things they don't say.
She's like, they're not very minority inclusive despite what they say. Wait, so they say they are.
So they say that they treat people equally, and you say, no, you must victimize Black people and non-binaries. That's basically what it is.
These poor parents, bro.
Honestly, they failed. I'm going to be honest.
No, I don't agree with that necessarily, because sometimes your kids just come out like that.
No, I'm going to end up with a kid like that. I already
Me
know
too.
I am.
That's
They're going to
why I
have
can't
my
judge.
attitude, but on like in a they-them body.
Oh my God.
I already know it. I know it.
Yeah.
With their Muslim dad.
You know what the word extremism means?
Yeah.
What do they do that's extreme?
There was once upon a time when Kamala came out with...
Kamala, thank you. You're going to get canceled for that.
She was talking about
She
how
doesn't even know the pronunciation.
Our current president wanted to have generals more like dictators of old.
Okay.
And I asked my parents what they felt about that, and they said they needed the context. And I said, under what context is it okay to like want Hitler's
maybe
generals?
they wanted to understand if he was doing his classic grifting or if he was being an actual dictator, which would be bad. But we know, if you follow politics, which I assume you do, he is a rifting guy.
They're extremists because she asserted that Trump had said something and they asked for context.
And then she realized she has no context, so she cut them off because she was forced to realize that she didn't research anything.
God forbid you want to know the context of a particular quote. That's your extremism.
And granted, I don't like that Trump quote either, but
Sure,
like
but
it's not...
Would you cut your parents off over it? That's insane.
Asking for context is not extremism. It's the opposite of it. Extremism thrives in echo chambers where context doesn't exist.
Something tells me Miss Thing has been inhabiting one of those.
Yeah. Specifically at her hairdresser. Zing! All right. Play the movie.
We'll keep going.
Asking to understand what was being said, why and how is not extremism. So you cut them off?
But there's no amount of context.
This is... Yes, there actually is. There's context in everything that's ever said.
Yeah.
Because that's always important. There's context in this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
There's context that I'm getting on you not being involved with your family.
Yes.
The reason I asked that is because I was like, oh, you have a little bit of a weird name. Yeah, your family. And you have a weird name. So I got context of why you had a weird name is because your family. I was like, oh shit.
Well,
that's
my
horrible.
chosen family.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my chosen family gave it to me.
She
Okay,
is
you're
so
friends.
hateable.
And the thing is,
friends.
I got context around, oh shit, this lady's queer. Why would they disown her? That's horrible. That's bad. They shouldn't have disowned her. Oh wait, they didn't. She did. She did. So I got the context around that. So, okay, then I learned more from that context that you disown them. So that's why context is important.
Yeah.
Maybe they would
Like-
need context. It sounds like they don't agree with you politically, and that's fine. That's
Yeah.
not an inherently bad thing. But requesting context is not a form of extremism. Now,
Would this be a good time to mention that
it
my
wouldn't, because I'm going to
pronouns
continue
Are they
speaking.
them?
Sure. Yeah, if I remember that, I will try my best.
Would this be a good time to mention my pronouns?
Oh my God, I saw it coming.
The most predictable plot twist of all time.
I'm so sick of non-binary people appropriating gay struggle. I'm at my wit's end with this. I'm at my wit's end. This is a straight woman, maybe bisexual, when she gets drunk with her friends at a gay bar that she probably shouldn't even be at.
Oh, you're eating.
And
you're cooking.
she literally looks at a gay man who is kicked out from his family because, you know, he's gay and they're ultra religious. And she goes, I want that trauma. That looks like attention that I
Crazy
want.
bitch.
Takes it as her own, goes on a podcast and tries to speak for all queer people and makes all of us look bad. You, bitch. You.
It's
What's
not-
her name?
Her fake name is
Trauma?
Doomsday.
No, Doomsday.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, kind of accurate. I just can't stand people like this that actually want to be victims and then just morph into, and any situation is somehow not their fault. Oh, my parents, I've chosen family because my parents chose to not have me in their life. Oh, how did they choose that? Oh, well, it's actually me choosing it. Oh, for what? For their extremism.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the extremism? Oh, they asked for context of a quote. It's like, you are a delusional bitch.
I bet you they misgender her, and that was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. It wasn't the Trump quote. I bet you that they like don't agree with they them or something.
Good,
it's
then
that.
they sound smart.
But there is something to be said about how society rewards or we provide empathy for people who are struggling a lot easier than we do for people who don't broadcast their struggle, I guess. And it just makes it very appealing. So I understand why a lot of people play the victim. It's just, I hate it.
It's your trigger.
Yeah.
But she's like the prototypical, every single box. Blue hair, fake queer. Because, like, you're telling me she's dating women. I guess I don't know, but, like, I kind of doubt it. So I think she's probably dating men.
She's probably dating like a they them
Man.
that, or a like trans man who is like not actually dysphoric, or maybe like a super woke trans man. I don't know. Maybe she does date women, but she's still a bitch. So
I don't know. I found her to be just like the prototype. People should watch the full episode because she's, of course, like, something about that personality has to also correspond with that. That's what it is. It's a character flaw, right? Because it's like making yourself the victim in every situation. Also, it's not her fault that she wastes all her money and things are too expensive for her because she makes terrible decisions. It's like, well, that's all the fault of like billionaires.
Well,
and
this
capitalism.
is the same thing.
And
The beef that I had with Aslan Bird. That's literally what I was saying when I was beefing with a TikTok beggar who is super woke. She wasn't homeless or anything when we first started beefing. But then
you bullied her into homelessness.
I didn't bully her. No, she was posting all this stuff about being the victim, and I have a huge trigger with that. So I was posting stuff trying to tell her to stop acting like the victim. Lo and behold, she becomes homeless, and it's not her fault. So I made a video, and I'm like, look, like, I'll help you out, but this is your fault, and I've been telling you this for a year.
Yeah.
So it all just like permeates and destroys your life.
It's a mentality and it's a scourge.
Yeah.
But you guys let us know what you think.
Also, I feel like I was being mean when I called her a bitch, but then I thought about it and I'm like, actually, no, because she's doing the most sinister whether it's conscious
I don't feel bad at all
or
for
subconscious. She is literally taking on the trauma of actual gay and trans people and using it to serve her own, I don't know what
narcissism,
type of
victim complex.
Her own victim complex, because she doesn't want to take responsibility for her life. Like, that is even if it's subconscious, it's so sinister that if you do that, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that.
She smells bad, I'm sure. All right, members' comments.
We're done?
Yeah, become a channel member now, so that you'll unlock our members only content, multiple videos per week, some of our most unhinged, unfiltered stuff. And we read members only comments every episode, and y'all say some crazy shit. So,
yeah,
Mr. Producer, fire it up for us.
Okay, member comments. OMG, you have to do a video where a queen puts you in drag at 1,500 subscribers. Honestly, in drag, I think Brad will look like Lily. His face. Sorry,
bitch. What? Excuse me? Block this person. I don't care if you give us money. That's too far.
It's the jawline.
They do say his face is too sharp.
Wait, so you're calling me masculine?
There we go. See,
you're saying no, still it's too big of
no. He was learning. He was learning how to turn it into something good.
That's your skill.
That's
not
my
mine.
skill. It needs to. I think there's a hole in my sock.
Sure enough.
There's a hole in it.
Ew.
So sign up for a membership so Clarkson can afford new socks.
Yes. I just bought a new pack of underwear. These like bamboo underwear. And I look really good in them. They're for my man. I got him some new underwear. Well, for me.
Thanks for sharing.
To wear.
For me.
So I'll buy socks
no one
after
asked.
that, but I don't need to wear. Right now, I'm focused on looking good in my undies.
Okay. Anyway, how about next member comment?
Next one is, my 54-year-old Mexican mother clocked Brad being gay, but not Clarkson.
Oh.
Well,
she might be getting a little dementia then, because...
That's like so racist to say.
Why is that racist?
I don't know. I just felt like saying that.
Because, you know, the classic
Well,
dementia.
I think your abuela is the best thing to walk on this earth. So tell her I said thank you.
But her vision might be going.
Vision.
And her hearing.
Her vision's definitely not going. No.
Not vision.
Because vision.
Well, you do wear very tight clothing.
You look gay.
I don't think I look gay. I think I
Oh
look
my
like
God, chat.
I think I look like a douche.
Chat.
Yeah, I guess that is the
A douche
alternative.
Especially
Queen.
in Miami, like
Some, like,
every
douchey
guy,
jock.
who's working out wears tight clothes in Miami. And I can't help it, okay? Guys, I can't even afford new socks. You think I can buy new
Okay.
clothes? I'm just getting so big.
You're like your feet.
What?
Your feet are getting bigger. That's why.
No, I said I can't afford new socks,
Mm.
which means I also can't afford new clothes.
but
So
you're just
as
so
my muscles
nice.
are growing, I'm
Oh.
growing out of them.
Okay. Next comment.
Quote, those that can't do teach is Clarkson's vocal stim. And
Yeah.
then there's a response. Brad's is a day that ends in Y.
That's true. I say that a lot.
Maybe on your main channel. I don't think you
I
say
do.
a lot on here.
Yeah, I don't. I don't say that a lot on here. I say that a lot. It's like a good intro line. It's like today's the day that ends in Y.
So we're talking about something crazy
we're
Trump said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I
That-
get that.
And yours is those that can't
That
do
can't
teach.
Yes, because I know I'm a massive hypocrite. Okay.
You're a hypocrite
And
in so many
in
ways.
many ways. Well, most people are hypocrites in many ways. And I try very hard not to be, but I know when I am because I self-reflect a lot and I'm very honest about it. Most people don't even know they're a hypocrite. I know where I'm being a hypocrite. Like when I tell people to be healthy, but I've got a vape in there. I just shot myself up with my stuff that is totally legal, actually, that I get through a doctor. You know, so I'm aware of my faults.
But you're drinking a matcha, which is like a nice.
Yeah, apparently that's good for your
cleanse.
like liver or something.
Your
Sure.
liver is cooked for many other reasons beyond
Yeah.
that.
I don't drink.
See, the problem, it's not fair because I know things I'm not allowed to say.
Mhm.
And then he says that it's
I
not
don't know
really
what you're-
fair.
I don't know what
anyway,
you're talking
next
about.
comment.
Life isn't fair. Okay. The next two are about the letter we read
Oh, boy.
last week.
The stalker letter.
Please file a police report about that letter. Stalkers are unpredictable and volatile, especially if they have a delusion that you two share some kind of connection. The police report will at least start a file on this person if there is future escalation and a restraining order becomes necessary. Please be cautious and stay safe.
I don't think I can file a police report.
Well,
for that.
no, anyone can file a police report.
Well, honestly, I want to file one and get it framed.
Oh, what?
Like I had a
Because
stalker.
you have a stalker.
My
Yeah.
first stalker.
My first stalker. I think it would be my first.
You've never had anything
That
before?
surprises me.
I don't. Nothing
Really?
that
Like people in your DMs, like
no,
just
like people get
obsessively-
weird. Like there was one person who said, like, I know exactly where you live. Like this is your address because
Oh?
of like the background. But like that's not a stalker. That's just a weird person on the internet. And then a couple people who sent me like pictures of dead bodies and said, "This is what I'm going to do to you," and it was like a person with their head chopped off.
What the
That really happened?
Yeah.
That would freak me out.
Mm-hmm.
I've had
It
some-
was like a crazy anime profile picture, and it was like this depressed, like trans teenager. So I didn't even bother.
Oh, boy.
You're not too worried about them
Nah.
physically overpowering you.
No, I'm not worried.
The next one is Clarkson, please don't get murdered by the letter writing person, but also you would be so famous if you got murdered.
Stop. You're gassing him up to get murdered.
I imagine the headlines.
But you wouldn't be there to enjoy it.
Oh, I would.
How?
Every
You'd haunt
journalist who is writing an article about me, I'd be haunting the out of them. Yeah, no, I would. And then when people talk about it on like Good Morning America, I'd like make a chair fall down.
You think it would make Good Morning America? Doubt.
I do. If I got hunted, because they profile me as like a far right, like whatever. Of course they would.
Maybe, yeah. But
Yeah.
it depends who the ideology of your killer was, would be how relevant. If it was like a non-binary trans person, like all
It would be Oliver Fox.
But the rest of the media would ghost
Wouldn't
it.
But
be
if it
silent.
was
like a
conservative,
far-right person.
I guess we'll have to kill me to figure it out.
It'd be the opposite. Like Good Morning America would cover it. But Fox
Yes.
would.
If
It's
like some far right person came and attacked me.
I mean,
Yeah.
GMA has like 4 hours they have to fill every morning.
That's true.
Mm.
They're still looking for that lady's mom. Oh,
Damn.
damn. Double homicide.
I was gonna say rip, but I pray she's alive.
I do too.
I haven't looked into that.
But
I
story
think
at
it's
all.
quite unlikely.
She's not.
Yeah.
But
I haven't looked into it at all. I just
yeah,
think it's
me either,
crazy.
really. The crime stories don't interest me a lot.
No, me either. That's because we're not 35-year-old single women listening to true crime podcasts.
But whatever floats your boat, I guess. Is that it for comments?
That's it.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Normal Gaze podcast. We will be back with more. Do subscribe, do like, do comment, go rate, review us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It's up on both now. You can help us out. Go rate and review us. And with that, guys, we'll be back with more real soon.